Living it!
We're back!
We have not done this in, it's been a long time.
We were just saying we can't even remember the last time we filmed like a sit down, us.
We've done a couple of vlogs, graduation vlog, couple of days out, but sat down chatting with a camera.
It's been a while.
It's been a hot minute.
So yeah, today we are going to be essentially doing a bit of a life update by reacting to our last year's life update, because we remembered like in that video we spoke about things like you know, the aim of the year, like we had just started an internship at our church, like what we wanted to get out of it, and we've not watched it back since. Yeah. So I thought it'd be quite interesting to see, you know.
Yeah. It's like those Billie Eilish interviews. Have you ever watched those?
No.
1 year on.
Oh,
like they do the same
really?
interview 1 year on. It's a bit like that. We're basically Billie Eilish guys.
Okay, so let's
Here we go.
Right, you can start. Okay, so we thought it would be no. So to introduce.
Okay, first of all, before we even started, comment. We just look so good. Like, not like that, but like, we look so healthy.
We are just off the is this before COVID? Oh no, this is a few months into COVID,
Yeah.
but I've been away that summer still.
I've just been living my best life.
You've been living your best life. But the tan, sorry,
we look healthy, we look young, fresh.
At this point, in this current season of my life, I think I'm the palest I've ever been. Like, genuinely. Bit bronzer. I think our biggest life update is probably that we are no longer students.
Graduates.
Yeah, we're graduates. We've both graduated.
Even though we haven't graduated properly.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
We've
really
finished our degrees. So yeah, we have moved house. So we're still in Birmingham, but we've moved out of the student area.
So, yeah, we're saying in this, you know, we just moved out of Selly Oak, moved into this house. I mean, that just feels like so long ago now. We're living in the same house that we were in last year in this video, and yeah, we are actually looking to move house again.
Wow, 1 year on.
Because we're just crazy like that. Like, you can't keep us.
We want to move basically a little bit close to where we were.
Yeah.
More into like the city centre, but that's
still
in the process. We're still looking.
Yeah.
We're both actually doing an internship at our church in Birmingham, which is part-time. So we're currently on the job search for part-time.
So if you've got any part-time work, obviously we started this internship, it was still COVID. I think literally the day that we filmed this, we'd just gone into some sort of
oh yeah, no we
lockdown.
had, yeah.
But we were in the hopes of, you know, oh, by Christmas we'll be in person. That didn't happen.
Yeah, we'll be in the offices.
Then it was, oh, New Year, no, went into another lockdown. No. Easter, no. So literally we did the whole year on Zoom.
We did the whole year on Zoom.
Like every Tuesday and Thursday, just like sat at our desk.
Like we literally spent the whole year on Zoom. I mean, like everyone.
Yeah, everyone did.
But as in like, we had obviously signed up to
go
an
on like
internship.
3 retreats.
Yeah, that was like supposed to be in person. With us, there was still always this hope of like, oh, in January, like church is going to open up, or oh, now in like March, church is going to open up. So it was like this thing of like the whole time feeling like
pushed back. Loads of stuff that we just, as part of the year, like we'd seen our friends go through it and like do all these fun things, and we were just like, oh.
We basically just had a very unique year.
Yeah.
But like there was pros to it. But overall, it was just we just didn't know what we were getting into. Yeah, honestly.
Said we're graduated now, so yeah, we're living in a bit of a different area, and it's just kind of like we're in that process of transitioning out of like being students, kind of still like wanting to be students, but like having to leave it behind.
But yeah, student life feels far behind.
Student life
is a distant memory.
I don't yearn for it anymore. I do not like.
We're grannies now.
But even no, I think I absolutely love being a student. Like I would never take that back or change anything. But there's nothing in me that wants to be a student.
It does just feel like we're just not in that life season anymore. I think at this point of filming this video, obviously we'd just stopped being students.
Yeah, and it had an abrupt end because of COVID, so we were a bit like, what?
Our main like things that we're thinking about now is like future anyway. So do you
yeah,
know what I mean? We're not sat there reminiscing, like yearning for the past. It's more like, oh, like what we're doing now and what we're doing in the future, like mattresses.
Yeah, we had to buy beds. That's what we got to do.
We went to IKEA and bought mattresses and it was painful.
But yeah, it's just like we've got to pay council tax, like.
But our bins get taken.
Yeah.
Our bins do get taken.
So I feel like 20s, early 20s, like you still just have all these moments where you're like, oh yeah, like I'm an adult. Like you'll have to experience a new thing and you're like, I'm an adult. Like for me, a couple of weeks ago I got a flat tyre and I'm like having to sit in like a like a garage, like, and they're going, oh yeah, like also like you need to fix your wheel tracking something, and I'm just there like,
no. I think it's just that thing of doing things for a new time, because now it doesn't seem that big of a thing to have bought a mattress.
No,
but like
at the time it was like,
yeah, it's when you still have to do things like sort out your money and like all of that, like for the first time, which
you still just have these little like, first time moments where you're like, oh, I've never done this.
Like the main thing that I'm looking forward to is probably just like not having to do uni work.
Oh
like,
my gosh,
because that has been a bit of a bane in my life that is definitely the main benefit of coming out of uni, because I found uni work really stressful. So I literally say to uni students, nothing will stress me out as much as uni work. Kind of got that like back to school feeling where it's like a bit nervous, like almost like I'm starting something new, which obviously we are, but then equally like it's really exciting because even with our internship we know a lot of people at the church who we're going to be working with already, which is like such a rare.
I think with what we're saying about, you know, it being unknown and like scary, I think that's just obviously this is quite a significant, oh, we're starting something new, so therefore, you know, you do have those, oh, what's it going to entail, but I generally feel a bit like that's just how life is the whole time. Yeah. You kind of just don't know what's going to come up next. And you just, I don't know, it's just a bit unknown. Like I feel like life is full of unknown really the whole time. Birmingham very much feels like home now. And even when I talk to people and they're like, oh, like, how long have you been in Birmingham? And I'm like, since 2017. It's nearly 5 years now, which is actually like nearly half a decade we've been in Birmingham, which is pretty mad. Like, it is.
When you put it like that. But yeah, have you been nervous about anything?
Yeah, I think probably just obviously.
I love how I love how we've clearly got points that we want to go through, but we're trying to transition really naturally. Like, so what about you?
Like we said, we're unemployed and we have no money. No joking. But like, it was a leap of faith for us to decide to move here. With that, it wasn't like, oh, I know I've got a job that's going to start in September, so like that will pay for my rent, that will pay for my food shop and all that. So it's like definitely a leap of faith and having to just trust that like there's something that's gonna come up, or a job's gonna come up. So yeah, and then obviously with like, the whole money thing. So our internship was unpaid. We my parents paid for my rent and bills, thank you mum and dad, for that year, which is what they did while I was at uni as well, so they kind of just extended it for another year, which was such a blessing. And I think sometimes when we're like looking for financial provision, often you know, if for us as Christians we'll like, you know, be like, God, please can you help provide for me, I feel like you're asking me to come and do this internship, so can you help make a way. Often we, I think, expect, oh, big fat wad of money to come through the letterbox on a Monday morning, like, oh brilliant, like 10 grand. But I think sometimes it's like, I've been blessed with a family that's able to support me through something like this, so that in itself is just,
I mean, Soph made it through the whole year without a job.
Yeah, pretty much. COVID helped a lot, because I'm not joking,
we weren't going
I literally spent no money.
And now we're coming out, it's like
no meals out, no coffees really. In my head this year is like, it's going to be really fun, and it's like, I'm so sure that it will, like kind of regardless, but you do just have that thing in the back of your head, like how much is Corona going to affect like what we can do, like where we can go, like who we can eat, like we said.
It did, babes.
How much is it going to affect? All of it.
We're definitely at this point just like on the optimistic side of like,
absolutely.
Literally it's on the day that the lockdown's been announced, we're like, you know, it's still going to be amazing. Well, what I'm holding on to is like, I do feel like we're meant to be here. Yeah. And this is the year that, you know, we were like invited to do the internship, that we could do it, so. I
think it is so true that it definitely was just a year.
I'm so glad we did it. And like I said, because we're both now working, we are getting the experience that we would have had anyway, so it was cool to almost have a different experience. And basically being so confined to our homes meant that we learned a lot in different ways. Like in COVID, everyone had to like realise things about themselves, but it was just even more intense for us because we were already doing a year that makes you realise things about yourself on top of being in COVID. So
nice little mix there.
Yeah.
It did get to a point where we were going into church most weeks, got to go on a retreat, hang out with people, so not all bad.
I just thought it would be a fun idea to like both kind of say one goal. Right, one goal.
Oh.
Do you remember what it was?
No, I've got no idea what I'm going to say. I think mine is to like, I really want to nail down like a morning routine. I feel like nailing down the morning time, you know, like give time for yourself, get ready, like maybe just like chill out a bit, have a nice breakfast.
Do you feel like you've nailed your morning routine?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I feel as though some days are good, some days are not as good. I think I know. I just know in my head if I want to start my day well, what I need to do. And so I think it's more now, am I going to choose to do it or not? And sometimes it's about being kind to yourself. So like, even today, I had a super busy weekend. I was at this conference, had church all of yesterday, and it was like really tiring. And I was like, I am not saying that. I'm just not saying a lot.
We have to have at least, I say, 2 lines.
At least 2 lines.
At least.
That's the minimum. So I think it's like being kind to yourself, but also, I know now what are the things that are going to set me up well for the day. And I can choose not to do it and I'll probably have a worse day. Or I can choose to do it and I'll probably have a great day. There we go.
I feel like, my main goal is just to kind of like, grow in confidence, grow in independence, and like, just become a bit of a boss woman. Like,
just become a bit of a boss woman.
I do think I've become a bit of a boss woman if I say.
Do you think you've grown in independence?
No, I guess I probably meant like essentially embracing adulthood. Which I think I have.
You don't really have a choice, do you?
No.
What's the other option?
No.
You've got a car? Way!
But I think generally in my life right now, I am being a boss woman.
Yeah.
I'm independent. So that's basically all we really wanted to chat about. Just let you know that we've moved, that we're living together. So that means like we're going to be bashing out content left, right and centre.
How are we now?
I've said this quite a few times. So that was us reacting to the video. But I guess to sum up kind of what we're doing.
Just a quick new life update.
I am, like we said, we got to the end of the internship and are both now working in Brum for the church. So I am working with students. I'm doing like student work and comms work, which is really fun because my internship, I can't remember if I said it in that video, was kind of like specialised or focused on comms and communication, social media. But now I am getting to do that with student stuff, which is so fun.
You do more than that.
And then I do some more comms work for like some other businesses.
Yeah, absolutely boss
woman, do you know what I mean?
And I'm basically just carrying on what I was doing on my internship, but I was doing kids and youth at the church, and now I'm just doing youth.
She's a youth worker.
Part-time. I love it. They're great.
No, we are excited about like the next year and just like
what's to come, what's going to unfold,
come, you know. We have got some fun things planned for next year, like holidays. We won't give it away, but we want to vlog.
No spoilers.
Thank you to all of you who have like messaged us, like chatted with us and been like, where are your videos?
Encouraged us to keep going, because that's essentially why we're back.
Well, we're back.
When people say, even if it's a small thing of just, oh, like how come you're not doing it? Oh, I miss it.
Yeah.
That is like, oh gosh, yeah, like we should. We love you guys.
More content to come.
Yes, we said that last time and it didn't come. But this time, hopefully it will.
See you soon. Bye.